legends, I hope everyone is really well. I am super excited about the video today. It's the release of our new software called Momentum 123, and that replaces the previous 123 Success system. Now, before I get into that, business owners join D32 for one reason, and that is growth. So we're looking for growth in referrals, growth in closed business, opportunities, collaborations, learning. And leaders know that if we're not tracking in business, we are guessing, right? We're just absolutely guessing. And if we're not measuring what we're doing, what we're giving, what we're receiving in our activity, then we are leaving money on the table. I'm sure you can appreciate you might have been given a referral or an introduction, or you've had a conversation. It's not logged, it's not tracked, and therefore it can be forgotten. So not only is it about forgotten though, it's about the tracking and the certainty that comes with tracking your business and your business activity. Now, I know that many of you are already doing the activity. You're already doing the one-to-ones, the introductions, the referrals, but if we're not capturing the information, we lose momentum, we lose traction. So your numbers tell a story. Your numbers shape your identity as a business owner. Your business identity is your numbers, right? Leaders know their numbers and they know their next move. They know their ROI, they know what they're doing and why they're doing it, and they can clearly report on what they're doing and why they're doing it. Now, I do appreciate that there was pain points in the past on the previous 123 Success system. It was challenging to log information, and there also wasn't any way to look at history, and it was a bit of a one-size-fits-all form. So we've listened to everything that you've said, and we've addressed all of those problems plus more. Now, when I say more, what we've included now is an individual goal setting platform where you can easily type in your goals, which I'll show you in a second. Then you measure your activity each month and you can see your progress reports. So that's not about ticking boxes for us, that's about reporting for you, so that you can measure your ROI, so that you can monitor and keep track of all your activity within the network. So super excited about this. Now, the biggest insight that we've shared through this tracking recently, and it's fantastic, right, is that for every 2.5 one-to-one meetings, there's a referral. That's fantastic. That is really encouraging. It was 3 at the start of the year. It's 2.5 now. Now, leaders who track see the proof, right? You can see the proof. You know how many introductions you've given. You know how many referrals you've given. It's in a beautiful reporting dashboard. But there's a real question here. You know, are you a networking participant where you're going to show up and hope for results? Or are you here to lead, to know your numbers, and to demonstrate your results? You know, members who track consistently close more business. Members who have more one-to-ones get more referrals. It's really quite simple, and it's really quite, it's transparent that happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a very quick walkthrough of Momentum 123. So let me just share my screen first of all. So we will send all members your login details to Momentum. And at the same time, we'll give you nice instructions to share it on your, you can put an icon on your desktop or an icon on the mobile phone, and you can access it from the resource center and also in the mobile app. So down the bottom right, how can you see here? Yep, down the bottom right hand side here, we can see Momentum 123 icon. And that's what it looked like. You can put it on your mobile phone. And then if I also show you here on the Member Resource Center, so the Member Resource Center you can access from the app or your desktop. And if I scroll down here, you can see under Connect, there's the mobile app, and under Grow, there is Momentum. So it's just a URL that you open up in your web browser. And here are the 2 guides. So one is, you know, what is Momentum 123 and why should I bother? And the second one is how to use the app, but it's really easy to use. So let me show you. Okay, so here what we have is Momentum 123. Now, in the blue section here, this is about the current month progress and contributions. Down the left-hand side is a menu, so you can see there's a contribution section for referrals, guest invites, and one-to-ones, and then there's information around your business. Okay, so business goals, closed business, introductions given. Okay, so the contributions are what we're contributing to the 1, 2, 3 success requirements, and the rest are goals about your business. Okay, so what this says here is I'm a bit slack, and it says I haven't met the reporting requirements yet for August. So I need to complete one of these, 1 referral or 2 guests or 3 one-to-one meetings. And you've got until August the 31 to meet them. So I can easily come in here and add a new referral. So I can click on referral, and I could have used that button, or I can use this button over here. If you are a Maxi member, you would say no circle. If you're a member of more than one circle, you just have to select your circle, right? So first of all, I select the circle, and then I say, am I referring to a member or a non-member? Now, really for your contributions here, we're only recording referrals to members, but this will let you track non-members as well, because it might be a previous member. So if I select on member, I can click here, and what that will do is actually give me a drop down of members. And then over here, I can select the date from the calendar field, and I can say referral details. So Ashay is digital marketing, so I might say Facebook ads. And then I click on save. So that's my referral given. I can edit that up until the end of the month, but once the end of the month has gone, I won't be able to edit that anymore. So I can just keep adding new referrals. If I just move that, I can just add another referral, and I can say again, this time it might be a non-member, and I can put the guest name and profession in there. So we can just keep going back, saving and adding new referrals there. So now if I go back to my dashboard at the top left, you can see 1 referral has been given, and great job, I've met the minimum requirements and I'm in the game. Yeah. So, and then there's little motivation things in there around setting targets. So the contributions in there, so it's super easy. That's 1 referral. And then if I look at guest invites, I can do the same. I can click on add a guest invite, select which circle I'm in. I'm going to say I've invited John Doe. He is a plumber. I'm still doing it wrong. He's a plumber, and I took him along to Stirling on this date. Right, and I'm just going to click on save. So that's my guest invite. And again, I can add more using this blue button. I can jump to different sections along the top here, or I can go back to my dashboard and I can see more. So I've got 1 of 2, if that's what I was using for the contribution. One-to-ones are the exact same. I click on one-to-one meetings. I click on add a one-to-one. Here, I'm going to select a member. I'm going to say the meeting date, and I might want to add some notes in there for my own benefit and save. Right, so super, super easy to add your contributions and to see what you've done and to go back and edit if you want. So if I want to edit the one-to-ones or add more, I can come to one-to-ones here. I can add another one using the blue button. I can select a different member. Let's say James. I'm going to click on save, and then back to my dashboard. I can see all my contribution that has been done that month. Right, so that is super easy to add referrals, guest invites, one-to-one meetings. Now, down below is pretty cool, because what that will actually show me now down below is my overall closed business. So how much closed business have I had from the network? And what's my current month value? What are my current month contributions? So I've done 1 referral, 1 guest, and 2 one-to-ones. It shows me the contributions from last month. So I'm up 100% from last month. And then also down here shows me my business goals. Now I can set my business goals here under the business section, or I can edit them from here. So what you can see there though is we've got some business goals around your business. So what's your average customer value? What's your conversion rate? What's your annual revenue goal? Onto the monthly, what's your monthly revenue goals? How many new clients? How many new connections? How many referral partners? And then what activity do you want to do each month in order to achieve those goals? So I might say I want 2 hours a week, 12 one-to-one meetings, 1 speed networking event, 1 referral, promote my business on Connect Members 5 times, and I want to meet 20 people. Now I can come in here at any time. I can edit goals from the left-hand side or from that blue button, and I can just come in here and type. I might say, okay, well, actually, I want to ramp it up, and I want to spend 5 hours a week on networking, and I'm just going to save those goals. So when I come back to the dashboard, that will update. So what are we trying to do here, right? We're adding in our own personal goals. We're viewing the activity that we're making. We're meeting our contribution requirements, okay? Now, what we're also doing now, though, is there's a space over here to give introductions, because sometimes we're giving lots of introductions to people, but not necessarily referrals. A referral is a buying indicator. It has a buying indicator behind it. So we can add introductions. We can add an introduction given, and that's just where you can go and see, well, okay, well, I've given James 15 introductions this month and I haven't had any back, right? So, or I haven't given James any, but he's given me 12 in the last 3 months. So I really have to, you know, ramp it up to give that back. So again, really easy to add this information. And then we've also got closed business on here. So this is money in the bank. So I can click on new closed business and I'm going to say, okay, well, on the 19th, I received a new closed business and it was a D32 local member. Okay. And save closed business, and that is it. So it's super easy. And if I come back to my dashboard now, I can see my total over all closed business is 3,000. My current month value is this, and I'm up 100% since last month. So hopefully this is really, really easy for you. And then what we'll do is we'll send you a report every month, which will show you, well, look, you did this amount of activity. Here were your actual goals. Is there something that needs realigned? And what we'll also do, let me just stop my screen. What we'll also do then is give you an opportunity to call us or to look at different training, or, you know, is there somewhere you need support? Are you not managing to do the activity? But this is really great platform for you to go and look and see exactly what activity you did and what did you get from that? What were your results? Now, I'm hoping that you are excited about it as I am. So what I'm going to do now, and I'm really excited to get involved in the after discussions on the video after you've watched the video. But what I'm really looking to hear from is what really stood out for you around momentum, around you know, leadership for your business. What stood out for you? Is there something that you think, oh, well, that's great, or I'm not really reporting that information? I'd love to know, are you seeing direct results from small, consistent efforts? You know, I would love to share that in the network. Sometimes, why do we stop doing more activities when we know they work? I'd love to hear your feedback on that. And, you know, if everybody committed to one consistent activity every single month, what activity is that going to have on the entire circle? So I'd love to get involved in the conversations, but ultimately what this is all about is, you know, it's not about ticking the boxes. It's about being the kind of business owner who knows where they're going, and you can demonstrate what you're doing and where you're going. So every single entry into momentum, see that as moving the needle in your business. And it's not just doing it for your business. Every time somebody tracks in there, there's a ripple effect, and that actually strengthens the whole network. So we're going to provide incentives. There's free events and promotion platform for consistent people who are tracking. You know, there's the monthly roadmap, which we'll share with you on the member training on how to improve any areas that you need help with. And of course, there's our leaderboards. So leaderboards are awesome, right? If you're that kind of person who is leading and you're tracking and you're on the board, what you're doing is you're being an inspiration from others. And that's what leadership is, right? Tracking, moving the needle. And if you are the person who's doing the activity and you're doing the tracking, then people want to do business with you. Yeah. So if you want more referrals, more collaborations, more closed business, please use Momentum 123. It's mandatory reporting. I'm saying please, mandatory reporting, please. But look, log in, set your goals, and start building momentum for your business. I look forward to seeing everybody soon. Thank you. Bye.